sort of a scene stealer. This is just it. What did they say? They say that when I was working with, I don't know if you all had a chance to see the show that we did on the list, where we invited a bunch of the primetime designers from Mad Men and a bunch of various shows, and the designers from these various shows were here. A Good Wife, Mad Men, I'm trying to remember who else was here. Well, long story short, one of the things that they talked about, and I was fascinated listening to the designers talk, they were talking about how they style their actors and actresses, and they said, well, it's important when you're styling the actresses in the same scene together that you don't want one of them to pull focus. And I've never heard that before. I was like, oh, how interesting. In other words, they don't want one to be dressed in such a manner, you're gonna pull focus from another one. So they always try to really balance wardrobe so that, you know, the wardrobe doesn't take the focus away from the various lead actress, etc. So I guess what brings me to that story is when I look at this, this will pull focus. All right, I mean, this is one that whatever else you happen to be doing or wearing, you have this baby on your hand, and she is going to steal. This is a scene stealer right here. $89.90. There's a lot. This, it might, you know, go down as the biggest value we've ever seen in Peridot, because it's 8.5 carats of genuine, natural, gorgeous Peridot. 300 women can own this, and it's a goner. I mean, that is a cocktail ring. You know what? It's margarita day. That is like the color of a margarita. And because it is Cinco de Mayo, there you go. There's your little margarita ring right there. $89.90, and by the way, there is a bracelet that would be pretty amazing. I don't know if you were here last hour, if you saw the necklace, which actually might be sold out. I'll have Daryl check on it for us, but if you do love Peridot, look at how amazing all these pieces look together. But if you are looking for a spectacular value on a Peridot ring, you can see for yourself, you're getting a lot of gem material here. You are getting a lot of the stone count. Anytime you have a ring with this many stones, the labor is ridiculous in creating a ring like this. And then to get it for $89.90, I mean, have you ever had to have a stone reset? How much does it cost to have a stone? You know, a stone falls out of a ring, you have to have it reset. What is it? I'm not talking about to buy the stone and have it reset. What do you pay a jeweler just to reset a stone? $20, $30? You know you do. I mean, it's not inexpensive. This is dozens. Look at all the stones in this ring. I mean, this is so many stones. The labor alone would be more to cut and set those gems. And then the fact that you have them beautifully matched, you have all of that sparkle. You can see why I'm calling it the scene stealer. This is definitely uber glam, major knockout glamour. And for summertime, it is just mouth-watering. Look at that. For summertime, that warm, beautiful golden green, one of Mother Nature's favorite colors to work with, like spring green. You know how when you look at a garden, the green is a backdrop for every other color in that garden. So it doesn't matter what you're wearing, Peridot will always look fresh and vibrant and beautiful. And oh boy, not even 200 people can own this. I'm excited you're getting it. This one delivers. This delivers. And again, to get it for $89.90, I keep going back there, but wowza, this is fun stuff. So even if you are an August girl and you want to get a little early birthday treat for yourself, here you go. And then I do want to get you just the item number for the bracelet, and then we'll